Man, you know what's crazy? Everywhere I go, from the gas station to the crib to anywhere where there's any people at, I always hear stories about motorcycles, about how people fall off motorcycles, how motorcycles ruin people's lives, how dangerous motorcycles are, why I shouldn't be riding a motorcycle. I'll admit, I even put out a few videos on this channel talking about the dangers of motorcycles and the kind of trouble you can get into if you don't respect the bike. From getting scraped up to them police lights in the back of you. All kind of turmoil that comes with the bike. But today it's gonna be a different approach, man. Y'all see I'm out here with the pants and coat, man. It's cold, but I gotta come like a coach, man. I wanna be real with y'all, man, and really open up. Your boy Six was out here clowning around, man. Drinking, running around the town, thinking I'm staying down, partying, flirting with the women, wasting time chasing women. Whole bunch of empty time on my hands, man. Like they say, idle time is the devil's playground. I had no real direction, man. I had hobbies, but no real hobby. So today, I'ma share with y'all how riding motorcycles saved my life. It took me from somebody who was just willy-nilly partying, having fun, acting silly, to somebody that's trying to learn how to do more than just pop a wheelie. A lot of people out there, like I said, you're gonna run into all type of people. Nah, don't get a bike, don't get a bike. This is bad about the bike. Everybody is gonna tell you to not get a bike. But if you anything like me, riding that motorcycle can save your life. Let's get into it, man. I remember it like it was yesterday, man. I was on YouTube checking out Max Wrist, Bad Kitty, Cuban Rider, Aunt Prilia, all of these cats up in the mountains. Max Wrist and them over there on the West Coast. Shout out to California, man. California got some nice riders, man. But anyways, I was watching Max Wrist and them, watching them ride the bikes. I'm like, man, that's how I want to ride when I get my bike. This was before I took the MSF course and all of that. Let me tell you where the change started to happen. The change started to happen as soon as I stepped foot up in that MSF course. I came to that MSF course, I think it was a Honda, what was it, a Honda CBF, or no, CBR 250 or 300, one of them. I got on that bike, fired that thing up, and I said, man, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, man. I got no clue what I'm doing. We went over to the line to start the drills, right? So first thing you gotta do is start that bad boy up, and then this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna say, all right, now we're gonna learn how to get this thing going. So pretty much the first step is to learn how to get the bike going, right? To not stall the bike. So that's what we did. And we started walking the bike. That's when I realized this thing is totally different than what I thought. You can't just get on the bike, ride and go crazy around the town and it be all good. I mean, you can, but we made videos about what happens when you do that. I realized this was something that I was gonna have to learn. Then I immediately realized that this was something that I would never stop learning. If you think about anything that involves skills, whether it's something you do with the computer, whether it's something athletic, whether it's something that you do with your mind, there's really no such thing as the best because there's always somebody better. And there's no such thing as the worst because there's always somebody that's worse. So what I'm saying is that MSF course opened my eyes up and said, listen, if you're gonna get into this hobby, you need to be serious. You need to take your time. You need to have an approach. You need to be dedicated to something. And that's where the shift started to happen. That shift was something major for me, man. It gave me purpose. It gave me something to sit down and focus on. But not only did it do that, it gave me a reason to cut the bullshit. Excuse my French, but this is a real one-on-one, mano-y-mano talk right here. Started thinking to myself, man, I can't be out here drinking all night because I got to get up in the morning because I don't want to ride around all these people. And I'm in the A. It's traffic as soon as it hit 8 o'clock. I got to get up in the morning. I can't be getting up in the morning all hungover, stomach hurting. I got to throw up, take a dump or something like that in the middle of my riding session. So I'm like, yo, I got to slow down on the drinking. I got to slow down on the partying. Because if I don't, I'll never get better. And me, myself, I come from an athletic background. I played a few different sports and stuff like that. So I have a competitive nature. And I started to realize that, hey, I was just gonna be an average ass biker if I didn't take this serious. So with that purpose, it gave me something to study. Like I said, the MSF course, this is before I got the bike. The MSF course gave me something to push forward for. It gave me a reason to open the books again. I wasn't even reading nothing for real, y'all. I was just chilling, watching TV, on social media, doing what everybody's doing. Started looking up the books, Total Control, Twist of the Wrist 2 with Keith Cole. One for me and one for the bros, you know what I mean? It gave me a reason to study. It started getting my mind working again. So I would read, then I got the bike. I get on the bike, then I would practice. Before I even got the bike, I was too scared to bring the bike home. Let me tell you the story, man. My brother was with me on this trip. We went and go pick up the bike. It wasn't this bike, it was the Gixxer 750. We went and picked up the bike at Mountain Motorsports. I was too scared to ride that thing back to the crib, family. And the crib was only 3 miles away. I had my brother drive it back to the crib. I knew then, like, yo, I gotta get serious about this. If not, I'ma either take a spill or get killed. So I started studying and studying and studying. It gave me a reason to study. A lot of times, it's a lot of people out there like us, you know what I mean? Men trying to find purpose, trying to find a reason to get into something, whether we, retired, whether we lost a loved one, whether we divorced, something like that. We need something to occupy our time. If not, idle time is the devil's playground. I had to learn how to ride this thing. It brought me back to the books. It brought me back to the education. See, I was watching them damn Max Risk videos, thinking like, man, it's time to get out here, get on that bike and roll. Went to that MSF course, quickly humbled your boy. I said, look, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't even get this bike down the street. I'm nowhere near elite. But what did that do? What did that do to me? First thing it did was, it hit me. 2 to the body, few to the head. It made me understand that I needed discipline and I needed a plan. Those are 2 things that you need to go from a boy to a man. And I didn't realize this. So where does that discipline and that plan come from? It comes from that gut check. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I told all the homies, look, I'm gonna get the bike. We gonna link up. I'm gonna get the bike Friday. We gonna be linking up by Sunday. I had to tell the homies, look, I gotta learn how to get this bike out the driveway. Real talk. So what is that? That's discipline. Knowing that you're not ready to do what you wanna do with the bike. You're not ready to do what the bike was designed to do. So that discipline means you have to get into the books. You have to get into the training. You have to get up out the bed in the morning. Said, listen, it's not gonna work if I try to shortcut it. What happens when you try to shortcut it? Well, there's plenty of stories out there. Like I said when we first started this, all you gotta do is go to the gas station with your bike, post up for a little second. Tell me I'm wrong or tell me I'm right. Somebody gonna come up to you and they gonna tell you about a person that they know that's not here anymore, who probably didn't have the discipline. What do I mean by that? A lot of cats are out there buying 1,000cc bikes, and you don't even got the discipline for a moped, big dog. You didn't take the time to learn. You didn't read the books. You don't even know who Keith Cole is. California Superbike School, man, come on. You didn't take the time to work alone. It takes discipline to be like, yo, my homie's got the R6, my homie's got the ZX6R, Then these cats over here got all their bikes. They gonna come over here. It's live. See, we get online and we see all the fun that everybody having. They having a lot of fun out there. The Ghost, the Quiet Meets. Come on, Fast Lane D. I'm K. Come on, Dude Mungus. Come on. It's a lot of fun out here. A lot of bike meets, a lot of dyno days. You want to get that bike and you want to immediately go to the bike meet, immediately go to the dyno day, immediately Ghost Quiet Meet, Super Bike, all of this. And have your fun. But if you don't take the time to learn the controls, learn braking, learn cornering, learn the throttle, learn what happens if you give it too much throttle, learn what happens with the bike when you give it too little throttle. If you don't take the time to learn these things, then something bad is gonna happen to you on the way to the meet, on the way to the girl house to get you some cheeks. The bike taught me discipline, family. See, it's gonna be a whole bunch of people out there telling you, nah, let's go for the people trying to get a bike too, man. Show this to your wife. Show this to your moms. It's gonna be a whole bunch of people out there telling you, nah, getting that motorcycle was a bad decision. Don't get no motorcycle, you gonna kill yourself. Show them it builds discipline. Why does it build discipline? Because we can go get the bike right now. If you don't know how to ride it, that bike gonna be in the ground. You know what's crazy is some of these things that I'm talking about, a lot of these things that I'm talking about apply to the motorcycle and stuff like that. But to be honest with you, man, the concepts, the discipline, and some of the other things that I learned for the motorcycle, they carried over to different aspects of my life. What do I mean by that? First off, I had to be more organized, man. I had to be way more organized. Let's just think about riding. If you're riding in the winter, you gotta have your boots, your jacket, and your pants and all that stuff, right? That's easy to remember. Do you have your keys? You got your wallet? Nowadays we carrying phones. Do you got something to drink just in case you go down? Do you have your tools on you just in case something happens with the bike? There's so much stuff that we have to remember when we're going for a simple ride on a bike, man. Sometimes it'll mess up your whole routine if you miss one thing. How many times you done went out to the bike and you had everything, but you forgot your gloves? Then you go get your gloves and now you ready to rock and roll, but you forgot your key. But you didn't really forget your key. You got your key in your bag. So you gotta take the gloves off, get into the bag, get the key, right? That showed me on a regular basis, like, yo, I need to be more organized. Then we add on the camera equipment. Like I said, I started riding with the 750, but I was recording because I wanted to record my journey from day one of riding all the way until I got a little bit better. Man, you add the camera equipment with that, you need the camera, you need the batteries, you need some way to charge it. You got your camera and your batteries and you got your way to charge it, but you forgot your SD card. Man, I'm like, yo, I can't do this, bruh. I gotta get organized. So I started getting more organized in my life. I started putting my stuff together. This is probably stuff some of you people have already been doing. But like I said, 6 wasn't on the right path. I had to start getting my stuff organized. Putting my shoes right here. Why the shoes laying right there? Put them in the right place. I remember I used to work at Sprint, right? It was a guy that worked up there. His name Ray, man. Shout out to Ray. He was a cool dude, man. I got in Ray's car one day. His car was spotless. I'm talking about nothing anywhere. Everything was perfectly placed. Not even a piece of lint. I'm like, because I thought I kept my car clean. But I kept my car clean just for the, for the looks. The girls hopping in the car, I want my car to be, clean. He ain't really had no girls for real. So I asked him, I'm like, yo, man, why you keep your car so organized and neat? And I thought about that before I even said it. Why do you keep your car organized and things? Why wouldn't you? He like, man, you know what? I keep it like that so I can find what I need to find in case something goes wrong. And I remember that to this day. He doesn't even know that I kept that in my mind, man. I think this was back in like 2014. And I'm like, man, he is right. Think about it. This is what they teach you in the military, basic training. Something go wrong and you don't know where your stuff at. Your ass is grass, family. So it taught me I need to be organized. I need to know where things are at. I got bills coming to the house. I need to know where the bills at. I got stuff that I need to do with my daughter. I need to organize that. I didn't even use a calendar. I got to put things in the calendar. I was to the point to where the spoons was sitting where the forks were. I got clothes all over the place. Then getting the bike, I got the bike, now I got to do maintenance. What's going to happen when you got to do maintenance and you losing screws and stuff like that? Bolts, losing hella screws and bolts. You lose one bolt doing a maintenance job on that bike, it might take you a whole week to get right, family. So the bike taught me to be more organized, man. Think about that when they tell you, nah, don't get no bike, it's all bad. You know what's crazy? What's going on in this world today is a huge shift, man. It was bad before 2020, but when 2020 and all of that hit, it got a lot worse, man. People weren't talking to people anymore. Everybody was being antisocial. People who never even heard of social anxiety started to develop social anxiety. And with social anxiety comes depression, because we are people. We are not a lonely species. We have always been a part of a group. Now, there may be some of us that are loners, like me. I like to be alone, but it's not in our DNA to be alone all the time. So we're social creatures. With the internet, you got people working from home. Everybody is always alone. When I got that motorcycle, it immediately put me in a club, man. It immediately put me in a family. That's why I call y'all family. And that family or that club was the motorcycle club, the motorcycle family. What do I mean by that? If you ride bikes, you know what I mean. People who don't want to talk to people, they have a hard time with that damn motorcycle. Because everywhere you go, somebody gonna want to talk. You sitting there at the traffic light, somebody gonna pull up. Hey, nice bike. You might be all the way messed up, man. Man, I don't want to talk to nobody, man. I don't like talking to nobody. I'm mean as hell, man. Damn everybody. You gonna eventually lighten up, bruh. Because you're gonna link up with other people that share the same hobby as you. And it's people all around riding bikes. Damn the bike nights. Damn the bike meets. Damn the dyno days. Damn all that. Just go to the gas station. Matter of fact, don't even do that. Just be outside your crib. Don't be outside your crib. I made a video about how to not get your bike stolen. Don't do this. But just be outside your crib and people gonna pull up on you. Hey man, nice bike. Next thing you know, they hopping out the whip, you striking up a conversation. So the bike helped me become more social, man. And there's nothing wrong with becoming more social, because there's always somebody out there like you. There's always somebody out there that needs advice from you, right? No matter how bad you think you had it, no matter how bad you think your life is, no matter how much of a piece of you think you are, there's something that you know that you can teach somebody else that can help them. And when you do things like that, it builds your heart, it builds your morale, it builds your reason to want to live. And that's what that bike did for me, man. It made me get in contact with you, the people who watch this channel. I read the comments, man. I try to read all of the comments. And the stuff that y'all say keeps me motivated, man. There's plenty of times where I thought, hey, man, I'm tired of doing this YouTube stuff. I ain't really making no money, this, that, and the third. And I thought, the money is what's ruining everybody. You got 1,000 sponsors on your page. You got to run all across the country because somebody wants you to do something over here, do something over there. You're neglecting your family, all for the money. But the real pay are the conversations with the people that leave the comments that, hey man, you inspired me to do this. Hey man, how do I do this? And I'm like, yo, I know how to do that. I struggle with that. That's the real pay for me. That's what helps me go to sleep well at night. There's plenty of people out there with billions of dollars ready to, yeah? Think about that, man. You get that bike, You're gonna get social out here, man. You're gonna get you some friends. Might even get you some girls. It'll get you up out that house, get you up off that video game, man. It's your bike. You know, I was about to just go ahead and close this video out, man. But I thought about it, man. I grew up in the church. And as I became an adult, I had the choice on whether I want to go to church or not go to church. And I went to church so much when I was young, Sunday after Sunday. Then I remember we started going to Bible study Wednesday. I'm like, man, I'm tired of going to church. I used to wake up on Sunday morning and be like, man, I hope my pops and my mom don't come walking towards my door, open the door up, telling me to get ready for church. So I got older and I stopped going to church, man. And I want to say I started losing my connection with God, losing my connection with the spiritual powers, losing my connection with the universe. Whether it's God, Yahweh, Allah, whatever you want to call it, it's the same thing. I started losing my connection. Got my ass on that bike. I said, oh, this thing is dangerous. Got on the bike, seen it was dangerous. Hold on. You coming through here? Oh, appreciate it, bro. Shout out to bruh, man. They rock with me up here, man. I come through respect. Got on the bike, seen how dangerous it was. No, you know what? I saw Max Risk. Take a spill, man. I want to say he ran into a guardrail or something, tore his leg all up. But before that, it was this one dude out there, I forgot what his name was, Devil Rider or something. This is crazy. Devil Rider, it's crazy, the connection. Devil Rider, right? And he was getting ready to race Max Risk, and he had footage on the internet going crazy. I'm like, this dude might be nicer than Max Risk. So I guess he pulled up on him. Next thing you know, they said he was going up there trying to get ready to race Max Risk. He ended up crashing. Helicopter took his ass off the damn, what's the name? But I saw that, and then I got on the bike, and I'm like, oh man, please God. I got on the bike, I said, please God. It brought me right back to God. God was probably standing there like this. My son, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I gotta pray on this thing, cause it's crazy. Not just cause the bike is crazy, but these people out here driving these cars are crazy. They will run you over. And when it's your time, you wanna be right with the maker. I wasn't even praying like that. Now, every time before I get on the bike, I say a prayer. Even if it's a 2-second prayer, I say a prayer. That contact with God, just to let him know, hey, thank you. And that's how I pray. I don't pray asking for nothing. I pray telling God, thank you for everything. The bad, the good, thank you for everything, because there's a lot of people that's not here right now that wish that they could experience a quote unquote bad time. This bike brought me closer to God. So it ain't gonna be no regular conclusion on that, man. We gonna conclude it with that, man. Everybody's out there telling you, don't get no bike. You gonna kill yourself. Don't get no bike, you gonna get hurt. I don't know why you get that bike, you go crazy. Tell them what I just told you. Tell them how it transformed me from a boy to a man. I was 30-something years old, still a boy out here. This bike right here saved my life, family. It can save yours as well. Let me get up out of here, man. I'm gone. Peace.